Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning into the video. Let's go back to some gaming related content. None of this sports stuff at the moment. Let's just grind back into gaming because I've got a few video ideas that I want to throw over the next couple of videos. This video is going to be my sort of almost half year review of Vanguard. So Vanguard has been out now for at least 6 months. I'm only really going to talk about multiplayer in this because zombies is a whole other video. I will do like a little snippet of it, but let's just mainly focus on multiplayer for Vanguard. So if we talk about the game as a whole, the game I think is in an alright state, and the only reason I say that is because it's not perfect, it's not good, it's not bad, it's alright. For me, I can't talk too much about certain things. So I can talk about gun balancing and stuff like that because I play hardcore. All the footage you ever see of me playing Vanguard is in hardcore. I can't play core. I haven't been able to play core since I think Black Ops 3 pushing IW. I've just not been able to play core modes. It just doesn't, it's too slow paced for me. But what I would say is although every gun is kind of viable in hardcore, there are some that are not. The main one for me is the Tommy gun. I just feel it is poor in my eyes. It's poor in hardcore, but overall, I think the overall feeling from people is that the game is in an alright state. In terms of the map releases and stuff like that, so the last couple they released, so Casablanca is a pretty good map. I enjoyed it when it came out. The 24/7 playlist was cool. I can't remember what the snow one was called. It's Gondola. That's a poor map. That is, especially in hardcore, is one of the worst maps you will ever play. It quite literally, as soon as you peek, you are dead. I'm not quite sure who greenlit that idea, but you know, end of story on that. But what I do like at the moment with the devs is that they are listening to people. So when Season 2 dropped, they removed the Ship House playlist, which is a playlist that probably has about 90% of the player list of the current game. And when they removed it, the people went kind of mental over it. It's like, why are you removing these maps? And within a couple of days, the devs they reversed back and went, look, we're sorry, we're going to put them back in. And you know what? I hope that they do stick with that. The issue that I had with Infinity Ward and Treyarch is that when they had small map playlists, they would just get rid of them from time to time, and it was like, but why? They're the most popular maps. When MW was in its prime and it had Shipment, it had Shoot House, and then it had Rust in, what was it, Shoot the Ship House, whatever it was called, that was one of the funnest playlists you will ever play, but they kept dropping it, then bringing it back as just Shoot Ship or Shoot the Ship, and it was just, why didn't you just keep with it? And I think that's where Sledgehammer are learning from the previous two developers, because they kept chopping and changing and they weren't listening to the players' feedback that they wanted this kept in. At least with Sledgehammer, I do believe that Ship House will be kept in the rotation until the end of the game's life cycle in October or November when the next game comes out. And then when they do eventually release another small map, which I'm trying to think if there's any other ones they could probably remake Dome. Oh no, they already have a Dome remake, don't they? What am I talking about? They already have a Dome remake, but I would like if they put that Dome remake. I can't remember what it's called. I think Radar or something like that. I hope they put Radar into the Shoot the Ship House playlist. Sorry. I know it's not a traditional Dome. I don't like it as a Dome name. It was kind of like Genesis in IW. It was just shoehorned. It didn't feel like Dome. It didn't feel like how Dome was playing. And I still don't get it with Radar as well. But I'm hoping, if there's another small map that comes into it, I can't think of any off the top of my head. But hopefully, if another small map comes in, they can add that to this playlist. So on that basis, it's good. I think as well, the idea of having multiple different pacings, I think it's quite a genius idea, because we're so used to the traditional just standard 6v6 or having a ground war based playlist. I quite like the idea of having different pacings, having either 4v4, 6v6, 7v7, 8v8, 9v9, 10v10, all the way up to like 16 versus 16. That's incredible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's possible to have a 16 versus 16 playlist on like Shipment or Das House, but I quite like that, I mean, it's something different. I do like that Sledgehammer are very out there with how they do their games. I mean, obviously World War II was a very different game in regards to creating your characters and stuff like that, but I like this direction that they've gone in with Vanguard. I think as well, like, the most important thing for me with this game is that I'm actually having fun playing it. Now, the thing with it is all the content you will ever see from me is when I play clips with my friends, because I do not play Call of Duty solo. I cannot do it. I get so frustrated. I just get very easily wound up. At least if I play with friends, I have people there to mellow me out, chill me out, and put me back in my place. And I haven't really been able to play a Call of Duty solo probably since Black Ops 3 pushing IW. That was the last time I was able to play a solo Call of Duty game and have fun with it. But that's the good thing. I mean, me and my friends play a couple of times a week if we can, and whether we're playing with 3 people, 4, 5, 6, whatever, how many people we've got, it's always a fun experience because half the time we really don't care for the game. I think that's what makes the game better for me, is because I'm not focusing on the game. We're just talking. We're talking about general crap, and that makes me feel comfortable when I am playing. This really did start with Modern Warfare. With Modern Warfare, during the sort of peak of it, with shipment being as broken as it was, I think over the course of that game, I think I dropped 700 plus kill games, and before people then start going, oh, you're only there for kills, I'm top of the leaderboard in defense, in caps, in everything. With Cold War, because I never played multiplayer enough, I didn't get a single 100 kill game. I got 199, which really grinded my gears. But with Vanguard, since moving to PC, and that's been a huge thing for me, is moving to PC, I feel so much more comfortable playing on PC now than I ever did playing on a controller. I've managed to drop 600 or 700 kill games in the past 2 weeks. I've almost lost count of how many that I have had. It peaked on a couple of nights ago with my friends. We were playing Shipment, and for some reason the first couple of games we were playing felt very off. And what I mean by that is, it felt like skill-based matchmaking hadn't kicked in. Now, comparing my stats to my friend's stats is quite mad. Like, I think I'm currently at 1.6 KD. I've got another friend at 1.3 and another friend at 0.6. But it didn't really feel like, there was a balance in it. In the first couple of games, I was just playing just for whatever. And this particular game on Shipment, I dropped 178 kills with 13 caps and 31 defense. Now, the only annoying thing is I only have a picture of the scoreboard because I wasn't recording that gameplay, which really did wind me up. But within that, I was just in so much of a zone. Like, I wasn't angry, I wasn't frustrated. I was just so relaxed and calm, and I managed to do that. And I tell you what, that's one of the reasons I'm having so much fun playing this game. I'm not going for high kill. I don't go for high kill. I don't want people to think that. Like, there was one point in the video or in the game, I said, "Oh, I'm calling in my dogs again," and my mate went, "Like, that's ridiculous." I went, "Guess how many I've had?" And he said, "Oh, it's at least your second." I said, "This is my 5th, right?" And then my mate then opened up the scoreboard, and all I could hear was, "Holy shit, what the hell?" And I went, "Please don't tell me." I said, because my thing is, if I know how many kills I'm on, I will play worse, because then all I'm thinking about is that number. So I'm like, don't tell me. And then as soon as the game ends, I'm like, cool, check the scoreboard. And then my first reaction was, oh my god, what the hell? So I think for me with the Vanguard is that because I have that good balance with friends and stuff like that, with playing, they keep me relaxed and stuff, I'm enjoying Vanguard quite a lot. There are points where I'm very frustrated. Obviously, it's just Call of Duty as a whole. But I think overall, for the 5 months that I've been playing it, well, technically I've only been playing since beginning of January because I had no internet. So for me, in those 3 months, I've had a hell of a blast playing Vanguard multiplayer, and I really hope it just continues to go in the direction that we're moving for. I mean, it looks like they're going to do a lot more celebrity tie-ins and stuff. I mean, we've had 2 Attack on Titan skins. Where the hell that came from, I have no idea. We're getting a Snoop Dogg skin in April, which is ridiculous. It would be the second time he's been in a Call of Duty game, because he voiced in Ghosts, if you remember. So, in that basis, I quite like where they're going. I mean, does it make any sense to have an armoured Titan in World War II? No, it doesn't. But at the same time, there wasn't red dot sights and all this stuff and everything. So, I think as long as Sledgehammer continues on this route, give us a good map every now and then. If you throw a stinker in there, it doesn't really matter, as long as you throw in another good one, throw in a cool couple of weapons and stuff like that, I think we'll be talking. For me at the moment, like I said, I'm having so much fun with it. I hope it continues, and then we move on to what is basically Modern Warfare 2022, which is another video. and we'll go from there. I'm going to end it there. What do you guys think? How do you think Vanguard is right now? If you're a core or hardcore player, tell me what your experiences are, and I'll speak in another video. Peace.